Good evening and welcome to this edition of Sell Your Own Products on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle with the emphasis on lifestyle. And I'm sorry about that flag in there. There's supposed to be what they call a logo zing where the logo kind of wigs in and goes like that. And for some reason it works before the program and then it comes to the program, it doesn't work. So I apologize. As you can see, I am not a real tech savvy when it comes to this stuff. I know the basics, know how to do it. And just before I went on the other one, there was a line right, well, you can't see it right here. If I could bring it up, there was a line right there. And I tried to get rid of that. So enough of my problems. Anyway, good evening and welcome to this edition of Sell Your Own Products on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle with the emphasis on lifestyle. And we've got an exciting show tonight where we're going to talk about products to sell from home, buy and sell. And that's basically what it's all about. And this is a program mainly for beginners. As we went into last week, sometimes because we've got people out there that are just coming into this exciting lifestyle of private label, selling on Amazon and all that. And they've got all kind of questions. They've got all kind of things they want to know about. What's this? What's that? And it's the basic stuff. And some of us older ones have been in there for a while. Sure, we know what it is, but we can add to the conversation. So I invite you to come in later on after we get in with the PowerPoint, to come on over and share your views in that. But this is for the young, not young people, could be people my age just getting started. It's one of the things with the economy the way it is, and so much going on. Could you imagine today? Did you hear? Mitt Romney, he should have stayed in Salt Lake City or wherever he's at, just and kept his mouth shut. The guy is a complete idiot. What can I say? And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. It's not that much that I'm that much of a Trump fan, but Romney, he had his chance 4 years ago. The Republican establishment, I guess the powers to be, need to go sit in the dunk tank and let people shoot at them or something. I don't know. They're just ridiculous. And that's, like I say, that's my 2 cents worth. Anyway, you didn't tune in to hear this. And so I'm not going to sit there and tell you too much more about that. What I am going to do is take you over here and just for a minute, I'm going to talk about the course because they're our sponsor. That's who put some money so I can afford to do this on Thursday night. And I actually spend some time, believe it or not. I spend at least a day doing those PowerPoints. And I enjoy not complaining, but the money comes from the income we have from the course. So I just want to tell you about it, and I've got to write it down here. I have to redo that slide because that slide is really we're getting close to 60 videos now, but it's 50, I don't know, 57, 58. It doesn't make any difference. It's really not that important, but we need to do this because this is, I think, one of the, of course I'm prejudiced because I designed it, but I think it's one of the best courses out there for people wanting to learn how to do whether it's private label, whether to do retail arbitrage, wholesale, or anything else on Amazon. It's what can I tell you? It is, I think it's a premier course. We've got, like I say, there's 50-some videos now. And not only that, you've got the option in the course to either do the videos, do it and go on yourself and go it. Or you've got the option to have us hold your hand. In other words, we'll take you step by step. We'll help you fill out the forms. We'll help you get this. We'll help you source your product. We'll go and do some investigative work for you and all that. That's entirely up to you. It's yours. We've tried to make this course I don't like to use the word one size fits all because that's not exactly what this is. But this is a course where anybody can get in there and you can get the information you need to get your goals. And that's what it's all about. And we're going to help you get the goals if you want, or we'll just feed you the information and you can go on and do what you want. We're comfortable doing either way you want. So with that being said, we're going to go back over here. We have got, there we go. And on this, so I guess we need to hit, now see that came up behind me like that. I don't know. What can I tell you, guys? I guess I should apologize. I think we're coming across. You see, this is the intercoastal, right. Well, we're only like half a mile from the intercoastal net. We took this here, and that's where we go. So anyway, so let's get into the thing tonight, because it's products to sell from home, buy and sell is the thing of is the topic tonight, and which I think is really important, especially if you're just getting started in this, because we've got some neat ideas you can use, and you don't have to have a bukus of money. You don't have to have a lot of things. You just got to be able to get out there and do it, and take action. That's the main thing. So the secret of this is what we say is if you can do what we say and get out there and take action. If you want us to really show you how to do it and do it all that, join the course. We'll take you by the hand if you want, or just tell you what to do, and you can go like that way. So with that being said, we're going to go over here. It says that we're doing like this. So let's go right here to the PowerPoint, because it says that now why the PowerPoint's there, but not me. So why? Oh, there I am. I popped up. It says, I don't know. It's a technical thing, and I'm going to have to get it worked out, because every once in a while when we do this, this program takes about a whole bunch of different tabs to open, and it takes a lot of power. I've got over 16 gigs of megs of RAM, or what do you want to call it, on this computer to do this, to put this in. The RAMs are not expensive as anything like that, but a usual computer has maybe usually 2 to 4 gigs of RAM. Like I say, this one I've got 16 on it right now. So I guess but it's running short of power, and I don't quite understand it and all that. But anyway, let's talk about our topic tonight. So we've got some viewers here, and we're excited because the people from home, the neat thing about it is we a lot of times don't have a lot of viewers here that come and watch this live. That's one of the reasons I've talked to you a couple of weeks ago about us maybe doing it some other time, because we don't really have a lot of viewers here. But by the time the weekend's over, there'll be somewhere close to 400 or 500 that have watched the video. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of the people that come out to watch it. I appreciate you. So let's talk about products to sell from home, buy and sell. And that's what this is about. This is mainly for new people, because I constantly get questions on the forums, but on my videos, each one of them's got a place there for leave a comment or something like that, and I read every one of those and go through, and I try to respond to them what I can. And a lot of things are asking simple questions like, what can I sell? What can I do this? And so that's what we're going to talk. We're going to talk about products to sell from home, buy and sell. And there we go. So buy and sell what? Well, the easiest thing, if you want to get started and you're maybe short on capital, or you just don't know exactly when to get your feet wet, I suggest that you sell items you already have. Those items like those Christmas presents that are stuck up there on that shelf that there's something neat, but you don't really use it, because like a cake decorating set, you only maybe make a cake once a year, or that you would decorate, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. You've got that. You've got other things. I know people that have got them all around their kitchen and all that stuff like that. They're in the original boxes, that some of them have been used or something like that. So why not? It gives you experience, for one thing. My gosh, you get to, once I'm really getting excited tonight, and so I need to slow down, because my wife says when I do these programs and I raise my voice when I get excited, and I do, because I get excited about this. I love this topic. But so what I'm saying is, what happens is you get the experience of listing the product, making pictures for the product to send in. You get all kind of really good experience doing that way. So when you really go out and get some products, you're going to know how to do it. It's just going to be a lot faster, but it's really just for experience. And plus you're going to get added cash that you didn't have before to add to your kitty, or what do you want to call it. So it's really neat. Items you already have. Buy what and sell what. Wedding presents. If new people just got married, I know you've got all kind of wedding presents that you don't really want. You'll probably never use. Sell them on Amazon, for God's sake. Especially if you're in the box and you can sell them as new and all that. Just sell them on Amazon. And then finally, what I've got down there is books. Donald wrote a book, Hillary wrote a book, Bill's written a book. So man, those are topics people are trending right now. People are talking to. So if you got those kind of books, sell them, send them in, and get some traction out of it. Like I say, it's good experience because you can. You learn to get the experience of listing, get the experience of making the pictures and doing the bullet points and doing the description. And believe me, that is one of the most important parts of listing. Anybody can go out and list a product, but making the bullet points and the description and the pictures, it's crucial that you learn how to do it right if you're going to be successful. So that's just some of my thoughts. Buy and sell what? It's something, the thing you can do. What other kinds of items can I sell from home? Well, now I've just got some things here. I've got big items, and we're going to see little items and all that. And these are items that I sold over the years. I just pulled some pictures out. And the reason I said this is a big item, because that light fixture, that's a light fixture is what it is. I sold, it sells for a little over $500, and it sells, and the thing about it, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's right at the top. Amazon's got a cutoff. It shouldn't be anything over 50 pounds. Otherwise, they charge you extra for a 2-man lift. And same that UPS does and all that. And rightly so, that stuff gets heavy. But this is an item, I think it weighs somewhere around 40, I believe it's 47 and a half, something like that. It doesn't make any difference, but it's right there. And like I said, it sells for about $550. And I sold these. Real simple. There's a distributor up in Canada. It comes from Canada, and I buy these, and he just puts them on a pallet for me and ships them out either to the customer or to Amazon FBA, and then Amazon ships them out. So it's something that you can do. You don't have to have any inventory. You can do that, because what happens was, if you sell one and if you've got it at home or you've got it from the distributor, all you do is Amazon sends you a notice, said you sold this light, and that you've got whatever time you put in there, 2 to 3 days to get it out. And so you just send an email to your supplier, tell them one item, and tell them the address, the phone number, and all the particulars like that, and they'll send it out. They'll send you the receipt from UPS or FedEx, whichever one they use, and you copy that receipt, take it over to Amazon on the computer, and put it in the Amazon box where it shows you receipt. Amazon credits you money for your product, and that's all there is to it. That thing there cost me somewhere right around, I believe it was $237 or something like that, and it sells for, I think, $549. So, good profit. And believe it or not, those sell. I'd say I probably averaged 1 or 2 a week. It's good profit. So what can I sell for home? You can sell big items. What other kind of, you can sell small items. Now, let me tell you about this one. This one, 2 years ago, in January, my granddaughter was born just right after the 1st of January. So my wife and I, of course, we live in Florida, and this son and his wife lives up in Illinois, right outside in Bloomington. So we thought, well, shoot, because my wife has never lived up north in the wintertime, and she thinks it's so romantic, the snow and everything coming down. She's never really lived in really bad weather, is what I'm trying to say. So I thought, well, this is a good time. Let's go up and we'll rent some place up there and spend a month or 6 weeks with them and get to know the granddaughter and all that. Because and that's what we did. So we went up, and this is one of those things. While I was up there, I thought, well, I'll do some retail arbitrage, because I just don't want to sit around. So I started doing retail arbitrage. And so because of the granddaughter, whenever I'd always check out baby toys and stuff like this. Now, this day I happened to walk into a Walgreens, and I was going to get something, but went past the toy, and I saw they had a big sign that says sale, clearance sale or something, and I know anytime I see a clearance sale sign, I still do. I've got to go check it out. It's just it's part of my nature anymore. But so I did and went over, and they had this item here, and I don't know if you can see right there what it is, but you know, they it's all it is little wooden things that go around those things, and the kids play with them and turn them around, and you know, it was really nice. My granddaughter was too young to really try that right at that time, but other one when I brought them home did. But and so I noticed that they had really been marked down. They've reduced. I think they were originally somewhere around $15, maybe. I don't know. It's been too long, and I'm not going to lie to you. I don't exactly remember, but they were down to less than a third of what they were before, and so they had like 18, I believe, 19 on the shelf, something like that. So I go get a cart and fill the cart up. All 19, cleared the shelf off, go buy them, take them home. And then I'm thinking, well, you know, there is about 6, 7 other Walgreens in this area, Bloomington, Normal, Illinois, in there, and you know, I'll bet they've got them too. And so the next day I take off and I go visit all the Walgreens, and I think I picked up another 80, something like that. So anyway, I ended up with about 100 of them. I sent them in, and you know, I made about $5, $6 on each one, and you know, that's not bad work for what I spent maybe a day. Well, probably 2 days by the time I bagged them and all that, but I was on vacation and just having fun, and so I did that. So that's what you can sell. You just keep your eyes open. Like I say, and this was Walgreens. And for those of you, well, probably Walgreens are all over the United States. So I think it's like CVS. It's a drugstore is what it is. So, all right. So that's what you can sell. You can sell small items. Now, this one here, I got to, there it is. Can you see that? I'm going to tell you, this is, I also sold bamboo. These are bamboo bar stools is what they are. I don't know if you can see them in the picture. I am sorry. I quit selling these about a year ago, and I've looked all over for the picture, just the product picture. And I don't know where, it's somewhere on my computer. I honestly couldn't find it. I looked for it. But I did find this is from a picture one of my customers sent, and they bought, I think they bought 4 sets of these bar stools. They came 2 in a package. And they sold for like $220, something like that. And these, again, I bought from, matter of fact, the same distributor as the light. I bought from Canada. They would just put it on a pallet and ship them right to Amazon for me. And when you ship on pallets, you know, you can usually ship, you get to ship to one, you set it there and you ship it to one location. Anyway, that doesn't make any difference. That's getting into another subject, and we'll talk about that later. But that, I think, look, they were good looking stools. I also sold, and I didn't bring a picture of it, I also sold pads for the stools in 2 different colors. So that's one of my better products, and I like that. It's so that, but that's a heavy item. And you know, they would send, one more time, they would get up around the 50 thing, and it had to be sent on a pallet, because you couldn't just send well, sometimes I did send 1 box or so if it was fairly close, but normally I'd send them on a pallet. So what can I say? That's a heavy item. And then light items. Now this, I don't know if you can see what that is. Just a small picture I had, because it's a light item. It probably weighs about 3-4 ounces, something like that. It's a light shade. I sold a lot of billiard lights, and so because of that, the distributor says, well, Terry, why don't you sell some replacement things? You got it listed. Why don't you do it? And I said, well, okay, I'll give it a try. So I did, and I did actually sell quite a few of these. They weren't very expensive. They were just a replacement shade, because and they came in 6, 7 different colors, and we sent them into Amazon and stocked them, because what happens when you're playing pool, and sometimes you get excited with your cue stick or something like that, and you go up and you hit the shade up there, and they'll get dented, and a lot of people, if you're like my wife, you can't have a dented shade up there, so you have to buy a replacement, put it in. So that's what I did. But it's just an idea of what you can sell. Like I say, these are nothing that you can't find. Well, we're going to go into that later, but let's go. So this is the next part. So where can I find these items? You know, and like I say, the first thing is local. You can find a lot of stuff. Just look around you. Think outside the box. For instance, here in around this area right here, Hope Sound and all that, there is a fairly well-known coffee manufacturer. You know, he's a grinder, and they make their own blends and all that. And a couple of years ago, they were really starting to get a brand going and everything, but they didn't have time. The owner didn't, and this is the case of most of the time, the owner didn't have time to spend to list their product and take care of it and all that. And so I went to him, I said, well, can I be your distributor? What can I do? And so he said, he started to figure it out. And he says, well, let me think about it. And I went back about a week later or something like that. And he says, yeah, I think we can do it. He says, I can give you some, I will give you a pretty good sized discount. And he did. It was a really good discount. And I knew I could make money with it. So we listed the product. It's a local product. And when I set my inventory to where it is, and when I need it, Amazon sends me a little notice saying, Terry, you need to replace this. And so I do. I just call them up, tell them, and then I'll go pick it up, slap a label on it, and drop it off at UPS. Because I know what the size of the box and everything, I've got that down. It's just a piece of cake. So once again, it's every little bit helps. I probably don't make a lot on that one product, but when you put them all together, it's nice income, you know, and that's what I'm trying to talk about. It doesn't have to be anything exotic. You don't have to go over to China to find products. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. We teach you that in the course, how to do that. But we also teach you how to go to Ohio to find products. And you can find some darn good products here in the state, and people to make them for you. So we're going to talk about that a little later. But most local manufacturers don't have the time or know-how to market their products online. And that's just a fact. Most of them don't. Matter of fact, I was looking at, it's either on Discovery or Animal Planet. The other night, there's a reality TV show called, I think it's Big Fish, Texas, or something like that. And it's a neat show. I kind of watched it. I watched it 2 or 3 times. But what they were, it's a family business, and they're one of the biggest sellers of Gulf fish, like red snapper and grouper and all that on this coast, and they ship all over, mainly wholesale. But they didn't have a retail, and so one of the sons decided he would take over the retail thing. And so the other night he was figuring out how to ship the things, how much ice they had to have, or what kind of carton they have to have. And it's just common sense stuff that you work out and you can do. And like I say, there's a lot of these companies like that would like to have that, but they don't have a clue how to do that, you know. But if you're a member of the course, you know, and you just pick up and you get that sent in. You know, graduates of how to sell your own product on Amazon, they know how to get this set up and to go. And that's what it's all about. Like I say, it's not one product and you're hitting the home run. The chances of that, let me tell you, are about you probably got a better chance of winning the lottery, you know, than you do to hitting a home run, because there's people out there that are hitting it, and that's fine. But the problem is when you hit a home run like that, man, everybody tries to copy it. Everybody tries to sneak on, become a pirate and all that, and they'll try to come over you. And there's no reason to do that, because they should be fine. You should be fine because you've made a product, you've made that product better, and you've made the perceived value of that product better. And so you're going to do fine, and you're not going to get all that. But like I say, it's another shameless plug for the course. And if that offends you, I'm sorry. But that's just it, because that's the problem. You know, I can sit here and tell you what to do till I'm blue in the face. And I don't mind doing it, and I love doing it. But in the course, we tell you how to do it. You know, there's a big thing, because there's a big learning curve there. And that's just the difference between these Hangouts and the course. What can I say? So we're going to go on. I'm not going to stand there and, you know, I don't want to try to force something down your thing or anything like that. I'm just telling you there's value in joining the course. That's all I'm saying. So the next thing, if you want to get started, you can find wholesalers. Believe me, as I said right here, contrary to popular belief, wholesalers do love to sell you products. believe it or not, because there's quite a few courses out there on wholesaling and all that. And they talk about, oh, these wicked manufacturers, they won't have anything to do with you if you're Amazon. And no, it's not that. They don't care whether you sell on Amazon, eBay, or what you care. What they do is they want to be treated with respect. And most of these guys, a lot of them on these wholesale courses and that, they have come out with some really ridiculous stuff that you send them, and it's like you're interviewing the wholesaler and all that. It's ridiculous. And they tell you to go cherry pick a product here, cherry pick a product here, and cherry pick a product here, and cherry pick a product. I was going to say something I shouldn't say on this. I'm just going to say that's a bunch of nonsense. Because what do you want? Do you want this? You get all this, and you really got it complicated. You're buying from I don't know how many different companies, and you're not making any money. Why? Because you're never going to get any good prices from them, because you're not buying it. If you take one good manufacturer or two that you like, and you like their product line, and man, work with them, and they will work with you. All you have to do is send them a letter and tell them you sell them on Amazon. Be honest with them and tell them that you're learning and would appreciate their help, but you'd really like to do a good job for them and sell your product on Amazon. Anybody can do it. All it costs you is an email to send it, because, to set up your product, set up your company is nothing. If you're brand new and getting started, you can set it up, John Smith doing business as John's Emporium or something like that. And that's all you have to do. You have to, in Florida, you would have to file a fictitious name thing for John's Emporium, which costs you, I believe it's less than $50. I don't remember. And that's all you do. You take that to the bank. You have it notarized when it comes back. Take it to the bank, and you can start a business checking account with that. And that's all there is to it to get started. And you go to Amazon, and your first month's free. I think it costs you $35 a month. It's been a while since it was 25, 29. I think I don't know what it is. 30, 35, somewhere around there is what Amazon charges a month to sell FBA. And FBA means that you send it into Amazon. Amazon sells it. Amazon ships it out for you. Amazon takes care of all the returns and everything like that. And they send you a check every 2 weeks. And now when we talk about that is one of the areas you want to get used to fast, because I'm telling you, it's still, as long as I've been doing this, every 2 weeks when I get that disbursement in my account, I get a big smile, because it's really neat and it's nice to do, and the checking account likes it. And so what can I tell you? It's there, folks. For you people that are thinking about getting started, it's there. You can do it. You just have to do your due diligence and follow a proven program, and man, it's going to be there for you. So like I say, on these wholesalers, they just want to be treated with respect. Don't try to razzle dazzle them. Tell them that you're going to be, spending all these millions of dollars and everything like that, when you're probably only going to spend maybe less than $1,000 a month with them or something like that. But they appreciate that. They like that. Be honest with them. That's all I'm saying. And wholesalers love to sell to Amazon people, and especially you get into a thing like wholesale brands or something like that. There's a lot of the companies in there that are drop ship and light bulk wholesalers that welcome Amazon sellers with open arms, and there's nothing wrong with that. And men, when you get into those, there's companies, I can tell you right now, right here in the States, that will take your product, they will put a label on your product if they have to, and ship your product right to Amazon. You don't have to touch it. And well, for instance, Cole Imports has a private label plan like that. You just fill the thing out, tell them what you want on the label, and they'll ship it right to Amazon for you. So that being said, we'll talk about that. And so that's a wholesaler, guys. That's a wholesaler, and they've got a big line of products. It's check them out. And then drop shippers. Now, this is probably, to me, drop shipping is probably far down the line, but it's also one of the simplest. If you're trying to get started, trying to get something, get your feet wet and everything like that, there's nothing wrong with drop shipping. You can go to a place like Wholesale Brand that's got thousands and thousands of wholesalers that will drop ship a product for you. So what is drop shipping? Well, it's when you go to Amazon, first of all, you find a product you like and say, boy, I'd really like to sell that. So you go over to Wholesale Brands or someplace, find a manufacturer or a wholesaler that handles that product and that they'd be willing to drop ship it. Now, what happens when drop ship it is you list it on Amazon as your product. It is. You list it on there, and it's fulfilled by the merchant, which would be you, and you list it on there. And so whenever Amazon sells you, they immediately send you a email saying, hey, Terry, we just sold one of your pair of blue widgets, and you've got 3 days to get it shipped out. Here's the customer's name, phone number, address, and everything you need. And be sure and get us the shipping receipt or tracking number as soon as you do, and we get your money. That's what this. They don't quite say it like that, but that's what it is. And so you do. So once you get that, you send an email to your wholesaler and tell them, here, we sold this one pair of this. It goes to this person right here, the thing right there, and there it is, ship it out. And so the wholesaler ships it out for you, sends you a bill, you pay him, or a lot of times you're going to have to pay up front, and I really don't blame them for a lot of that until you get established with them, and then you can probably do whatever you want. But they'll do it, and you send it out, and as soon as they give you that tracking number, you take it over to Amazon. There's a place to input, here's my tracking number for the thing. You put it in, and bingo, the money is added to your account. It doesn't get much simpler to that. And then whenever the 2-week cycle comes up, it gets deposited into your bank account. That is pretty simple, folks. You establish an account with the drop shipper. You list on Amazon, and drop shipper will fill your order, and Amazon deposits the money into your account. Fairly simple. It's not rocket science, folks. That's the thing I'm trying to get across here. This business is not rocket science. It can be rocket science if you allow it. I have so much trouble with people when they buy from China. They're all excited they're going to buy from China, and they go to buy to China, and they got the product, and they finally get through what they want, and then they go, what am I going to do about shipping? And they don't have the slightest. So we go through about the shipping and the course and all that. It's an entirely different thing, and I don't want to get into it tonight, but it's things you got to do. But don't make it rocket science. You can do what you want to do and make it easy for you. Make it easy for you. Make it easy for what you want to learn. And you might learn this week and maybe go on that and do that for a month, a couple of months or so. And then you want to go one step farther and bring it in and bring a bunch in through customs and all that. That's fine. We work with you. We teach you and all that. And that's what it's all about. It should be easy for you. It should be easy for us. So that's what drop shippers are. We got a little bit off the subject there, but that's drop shippers. Drop shippers are really simple. It's a good way to get started. Not going to knock it. You're not going to make as much money as you do buying bulk or anything like that. But, it's a start, and you're making money. And you're getting your feet wet, and you're getting established. For people that like stay-at-home moms or something like that really got a lot of little kids and don't have a lot of time to package stuff and stuff like that, drop shippers are ideal. Man, you just have to go on in the morning before the kids get up or something like that, see if Amazon sent you an email. When it does, email the thing off to the your supplier who's going to drop ship it, and then everything's in an email. When the kids are taking their nap in the afternoon, you can go on there, get the shipping receipt or the tracking number and that, put it into Amazon, and you're paid. It's simple, folks. What can I tell you? Like I say, it's not rocket science. So, and this is the thing that, the easiest one, probably of all, but it's just something that takes due diligence. And I'm not going to be out. And I'll tell you, take whatever product you want. Say if you want to, I've got crackers down there. Put in your Google or your Bing or whatever search engine you're using. Put crackers, and then wholesale after. or put golf clubs and wholesale like that, and see whatever it's going to bring you page after page of cracker wholesalers. You know, you'd be surprised. I did a search on it today just because I was just checking on this just to make sure that I wasn't telling you something. And there was a lot of them, and there was one that I'm really interested in, and I think I'm going to take a look at it. But what can I say? Because, you know, I think I've explained to you in past hangouts and all that, I used to do a lot in groceries with crackers and in that thing. So I'm very much interested. But it's really simple. If you, like I say, stay-at-home mom, you're working whenever the kids are in bed or something like that, get your computer out and start doing some of this. Do your due diligence, because you can find a lot of things. I'm going to tell you, one of my most popular products, it's been on Amazon now for 3-4 years. When I had a line of bamboo cutting boards. And I thought, well, natural to go along with those bamboo cutting boards is bamboo lotion, or what they call it. It's an oil you put on the board, and what it does is it sizes the board so it doesn't crack, because bamboo and a lot of hardwoods are notorious if you soap and water them all the time and then just sit them up there. What they do is they crack. So what you want to do is you want to put this, what I called mine rejuvenating lotion, but you put it on and you rub it in. Well, first of all, you heat the lotion so it's not really hot, but it's warm, so it'll soak into the wood. You put it on there and rub it on, and it just adds years and years to your cutting board. If you use it maybe 3 times a year or something like that, you have to do it. But it's an important product, and I did it. And I wanted to come out with one of my own. I had played with it and got a formula and all that, and I needed somebody to bottle it. And man, I looked all over, and then finally it dawned on me that I just need to search deeper. And so finally, on I think it was the 8th, somewhere around there, it's been too long ago, I don't know, the 8th page of Google, I found this bottler over in Ohio that was fantastic, just what I wanted. I contacted them. They took it from there. We got the product, got it sent into them. They bottled the product up. They labeled the product for me. They put it in cases, and it got shipped right to Amazon. And so, you know, that's what's happened. But I mean, what happens there? Most local manufacturers don't have the time, don't have the know-how. They don't know how to build a website. So what do? They go and maybe the boss's son or somebody in the company's son knows how to build a website. So they hire this teenager to build a website, and he builds a good-looking website and everything like that. But they don't know anything about SEO, about how to advertise it, and the son doesn't or anything else. So the website kind of sits there. Like I say, I found this on the 8th page of Google. Why? Because they didn't know SEO. They didn't know a thing about it. And they were ideal. And they came from Ohio, which just, you know, right here in the States. I like that because I like working with people in the States. You know, what can I tell you? That's where it's at. You know, I like this Buy America. I have no problem buying from China. Don't get me wrong. But not all, what I want to say is not all the good deals come from China. You can get some really good deals here in the United States. You just have to get by the hype and everything like that and do your due diligence and be willing to search. So what can I say? I believe that is it. And use it. That's what Google's there for. And that's the end. Yes. And so we've got to go back over to get right here. I think it's this one. No, that's not. Oh, let's go here. I know. I believe, no. I told you this thing's not working right tonight. Hold on a minute. There we go. We're back on the boat. What can I tell you? So it moves around here. You can see the intercoastal and the island over there. And we're here. Match is coming around over on this side. I never can get it. Anyway, it's coming. We're just about there. What can I tell you? So, yeah, it says I should experience performance and issues, and I guess I do. And I got a get that fixed out because I shouldn't. Like I say, I've got the RAM and everything. But anyway, what we're going to do is if anybody would like to join us, well, first of all, let's get over here and let's open up the group chat. It's open here on the right. If you'd like to ask a question, well, go right ahead. We're going to do right this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to come over to right here, and we're going to get rid of the PowerPoint. Excuse me just a minute, and I'm trying to get this, and we're going to get this on here for you. So, wow. I'm trying to get this on here. I'll tell you what, I know. Let's go back over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link here in the chat box. Let's just paste it right in there. That is a link. Now, what that is, that's a link. If you want to come inside and join me inside the Hangout, you're welcome to. Let me see. Do I have to? No, I've got it there. So if you can see that on the group chat, put a smiley face. Oh, I really don't want that. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. And so we're there, and you're welcome to come in and join us on the thing. Let me get back over here on the show. So where did I go? Hold on. I really goofed up here somewhere. That's where. Oh, here I am. I can't get rid of this. Cancel. There we go. There I am back in all my natural glory and all that. So what can I say? We've got a few minutes left, and I'm willing to stay. I'll even go later if you want. If you got questions, put the questions in there, and I'll be glad to answer your questions in that. Got the Republican debate on there, and I think it starts at 9 o'clock, something like that. But that's no big thing. I'm here. We'll do whatever you want. As I said, I was watching we talked about this at first when we first logged on, and that was watching the turmoil in the Republican Party all afternoon, and Mitt Romney, as far as I'm concerned, is a complete idiot. He needs to stay in, I don't know where he's from Utah. I don't know. It doesn't make any difference. But he just should have kept his mouth shut. He's and like I say, I'm not that much of a Donald Trump, but this Republican, the hierarchy in the Republican Party, they need to be shot down. They're ridiculous. They have failed and failed and failed. And what can I tell you? And it goes back to John McCain. John McCain was a centrist, and when he got the nomination, the hierarchy in them made him come out with all this conservative stuff that got him. He lost the election. Mitt Romney, the next time, he's a shill. And that's all I can say about it. So,
zip it.
I should be born that. No, my wife says I should zip it. Did you? She just went by.
Politics.
So I guess I will. I'm not going to say anything more about it. So is anybody, like I say, I'm willing to answer some questions on it. If not, I am going to sign off before I get myself in some trouble here.
If you haven't already.
My wife says I probably have already. So if that bothers anybody, I guess I don't apologize. I'll say what I say. I think Mitt Romney is. Never mind. We'll just keep it shut at that. Anyway, I am willing to answer questions. If not, I am going to shut it down. It's 8:45. According to on my computer here, and we've got a few more minutes to go. And don't mind, I'd love to answer any questions you got. Right up here in the corner, there's the live chat. Put it in there, and I'd be glad to answer any questions you got. What can I say? So that being said, we've got a bunch of viewers on here yet. And I appreciate you. I want you to know I thank you for being on there tonight. And I say I'm just sitting here and I'm searching for words and shouldn't have to do it. I don't want to get another subject started or anything like that. Just tell you on the course that we'd love to have you with the course and in the course. If you're at least a bit interested, if you're not, that's fine. I just thank you that you're here, taking part in the hangout, and we look forward to it. We do it every Thursday night, 8:00 p.m. And that's one thing I can talk about. We're just I'm trying to space out, as you can see, of waiting for somebody if they want to answer a question because I'm glad to answer it. If you don't want to use the I can do the question and answer app if that would help. We put that over there. You go over there. Well, here's one that says, do you still own brick and mortar stores? I'll bring that up. Do I still own brick and mortar stores? No, I haven't owned a brick and mortar store for almost 30 some years. No, 25, maybe something like that. I have to really stop and think about it. Probably 25 years since I've actually ordered a brick and mortar store. I've done more online since then. Maybe not quite that long, maybe 20 years. I don't know, but that's the best I could tell you on that. I'd have to look it up because I don't really remember. My wife could probably tell you, but I don't. And she's in the other room, so that's that. Like I say, love to. If you want it, I'll talk a little bit about brick and mortar stores. Because my wife and I were just talking about this afternoon, and what's going on. You look, is it one of the sporting goods thing? The companies are in really bad shape, ready to close up, or they've declared bankruptcy again, and they're just the first of many. You look, there's a lot of shopping centers that are going in. They just can't find tenants. Why? Because people are going to online stores. Why are people? Because they don't take the chance. Where the terrorists are hitting in malls and places like that, and the people just realize it's so much easier. Sit down on your computer, you find the thing, you can read the reviews, you can see what you want, you push a button. If you're buying from Amazon, you get it delivered to your house in 2 days, and you get it delivered. I'm looking. I got a question. You get it delivered to your house. It's so much simpler than why you get dressed up, go to the mall, and fight the traffic, and then the worst thing, and then you'd be exposed if there's terrorists. I'm not trying to put fear into you, but I'm just trying to say that's what's going on in the country. And like I said last week, Amazon wants to be the #1 retailer in the world. And believe me, within 15 or so years, they're going to be there. They are. And that's why this is the time to get involved with Amazon and build a brand, because Amazon is going to take that brand that you build from the United States, and they're going to take it to Canada, they're going to take it to Europe, they're going to take it to Asia, they're going to take it everything else. They're going to do that for you, simply because they want to become the #1 retailer in the world, and they need you just like you need. But it's an opportunity that it's been unheard of before. You could never do that. Big corporations wanted to do that, and the startup was just way too much money and everything. But with Amazon and being on Amazon Bagway, you're going to get exposed, and man, you can build a brand, a universal brand, in about 15 years just by being on Amazon. And I'm not going to go into that too much, but that's where it's at. Guys, Fearless, please do what? I'm sorry, I don't. Fearless Born. If you can type out your question, I'm drawing a blank. What it said, please do. So that's what I'm talking about. This thing on Amazon. You don't realize it, and I realize I'm probably the only one that's out there talking like this and here, but believe me, it's there. It's the chance that you can go and build yourself a brand, and Amazon is going to take that as they go, because right now I get at least one email a week, if not more, that Amazon wants me to sell. Want to sell this product on Canada, sell this product there, and all you have to do is push a button. They're going to make it. They make it easy. When I first got into this years ago, and you couldn't. You had what you sold in the United States, Amazon. Man, you couldn't. You had to go through, jump all through the hoops to go over to Europe, go over to Canada, or anything like that. And it's not that way anymore. Amazon will let you do it with a push of a button. And so it's going to be that way. In the next few years, it's going to be push of a button. You're going to be in Europe. You're going to be in France. You're going to be in Japan. You're going to be in the Philippines. You're going to be everywhere you can. And all you have to do is get in Amazon, get your products in there, get them selling, and Amazon's going to take them for a ride of their life. We don't have any more questions, but believe me, and that's something that you got to get down in your heart and know, because they're going to do it. They are going to do it. They're going to be the #1 retailer in the world, and they'll take you along for the ride if you get in there, get your products in there, and get right, and you can't beat it. Never has that opportunity been available to anybody before. It's strictly with Amazon right now, and it's going because with all the terrorists and all that, and the fear about being thing, and online selling is where it's at. Now, I'm not going to say all the malls are going to close down, but there's a lot of them are in trouble. A lot of them are in financial trouble, and you watch it. It's just going to start pyramiding. It's one of those things that you're just seeing a little bit now, but then it's going to start pyramiding, and it's going to get bigger, and it's going to get bigger, and it's going to get bigger. Those malls close, the stores close, and what can I tell you? The future is in online marketing with Amazon, as far as I'm concerned. So get in there, get in a program that shows you how to do it, and you're going to be fine. So with that being said, no more questions, and I really appreciate you. I really thank you. Wait a minute. I just got another question. Hold on here. I'll get it. Do you think there will be another platform that will be able to compete with Amazon? I would think right now I don't see any. And I don't see anybody that's far enough. Amazon is where it's at. I think Walmart and a few of those companies like that wishing they would have done what Amazon did instead of trying to blow out it. And like I say, I've talked before about Amazon and that bouncing ball, the low price leader. They shot themselves in the foot years ago. So I'm not going to get into that. But do I think there another? I think eventually there is going to be another thing, but I think it's going to be years behind. And it's going to take a long time for them to catch up. But that's why I say the opportunity now is for getting with Amazon, getting those products, getting your brand established. So, man, and within 20 years, you've got a universal company and a universal brand that's recognized all over the world. Can't beat it, guys. Can't beat it. And that's what's happening. So, like I say, get with a program, get with somebody and learn what you're doing, get some products in there and get going. This is the time. This is the time. Time to shine, as my friend Virginia Parsons said. Do it to shine. She was another thing. But I'm telling you, the opportunity's there. You just got to take advantage of it. So what can I say? That was it. And do you think and I answered that? So that's it. And I don't see any of the customers. It's not that I want to skip out on you, but I'm just about time is all up. We've only got about 5 minutes left, and I don't see any more questions. I'll wait just a minute or so here because, like I say, I'm in no hurry. I'm not going to go anywhere except probably go get in my pajamas after a while. What can I tell you? I really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate you. I love doing this, as you know, and like I say, I'm not the greatest speaker in the world. Don't try not pretending to be or anything like that. I stutter and stammer, but I get excited, and my wife says I start yelling half the time when I'm doing this, and she's probably right because I know me, and I just get excited when I start talking like this, and because I'm really excited and I know the possibilities. So with that being said, I thank you for watching tonight. We will be back again 8:00 p.m. Eastern time on next Thursday night, and I'm not quite sure what the topic's going to be, but what can I tell you? We're gonna do it, and with that, I'm going to say I shall see you next week. I'm going to stop the broadcast